Hello, this is the Fatu Network and we are right here at the Gambia College campus in Brikama. The Student Union of the Gambia College have reached out to the Fatu Network saying that they have issues that they would like to talk about. Therefore, do follow us as we engage the students to share their concerns with us.
Okay, basically we have a lot of issues as far as the Gambia College is concerned. As we speak right now, there are a whole number of students that are having difficulties with even attending online lectures because the financial burden is too much on them. And then these students are crying out foul to not only the student union, but even to anyone who can help, more so the GSMs, to answer to their call. Gambia College is more than 10,000 students. So to cater for such a number in online lecture and providing megabytes is quite difficult. That is why also we have still a number who don't have the online lectures. They are not ready for the online lectures because they are not giving megabyte. Only a small portion is giving megabyte so far. In all these schools, we have agriculture, we have a school of nursing, we have the school of education, and this is just one aspect of it. That is the provision of online lecture for the students. And then we will realize that in the midst of this entire problem, that is the COVID-19, the students have been having problems. You will realize that other medias have been coming to the Gambia College on several occasions because the students at one point or another want to embark on a strike. I think last year, our predecessors wished to embark on a strike, but for some reasons they did not, and they were given promises, and all those promises are not in fact met. We have a college that is huge in number, and then the students at some point are not given what they deserve. You go to Gambia College, classrooms, you find chairs that, even if you are supposed to have classes, you would have to go around scrambling for chairs, which is the biggest institution in this country. To me, that is quite a challenge. And the other issue is the issue of our facilities within the campus here. You will realize if you go into the dormitories, you have a lot of issues that are going on there. We have a few other organizations that have quite proved to be individuals that are family, I would call it, and they have indeed tried to respond to our needs. Amongst those are the Vision Development Foundation. You will notice that when you are coming in, we had a full tank, a borehole that was established by the Vision Development Foundation by our honorary father. We call him Modutro Dabo. That was just about 2 months in office when we took the executive board.
The government promised to give out 500 megabytes, 500 megabytes, but due to some issues, the Gambia College, few have received, but the majority have not yet received the megabyte yet, which is costing a harbor because it's costing an economic catastrophe, as most of the students are finding it very difficult in order to access the online classes. It leads them to, as you can see, most of their parents are not even working currently. If they have to put down two things together, that is to put down the cost of the house, that is the feeding and all those things, and then have to buy credits for their sons and daughters, that will cause another problem again. So due to the cost, we are facing the problems as even to have, if you haven't sleepless nights, students are calling, as you cannot give a half and leave the other half. So it's in balance. So we want the government to, or the administration to work effectively in making sure that all of us have equal opportunity in the online classes.
Okay, what advice I would give to the government is this will try their level best to make sure that let things go back to normal. Because we, the students, we are facing challenges. Not all of the students are attending these online classes. And after all, they will have to come back and do their exam. When they fail, they will do a resit, and their marks will be really poor. And some of the students receive their bytes, but where they are, the network is very poor. They can't even have access to the online classes. Let them try and help us. We are young people. All that we need is education. If they help us, we can go forward.
This state of emergency, as we've been saying, it's almost now for about 4 months, one can say people were on lockdown. I just have to take an example from our neighboring countries like Ghana. They have about more than 10,000 cases, but yet still they're not on lockdown. But in Gambia here, whereas the narrative is different, we have, if you can see, we have about 31 active cases, but then still now we are on lockdown. Some of the activities that we're supposed to undergo with emergency regulations when government is really trying to help us with some of the measures, we can go by our normal service. But then it seems like it is something that, like the government need to revisit again so as to help the younger ones to achieve their plans and their goals.
Everybody that comes wants to strike. We need to tackle something. When you live, that is how conflict arises. These are early signs and symptoms of conflict. There will come a day you will not be seeing Adam Afati, you will not be seeing Babu Sar or Tamsir Salah. You will be seeing individuals who only think of one thing. The admin is not supporting us, and for that particular region, they will strike, and that strike will not be merely, using diplomatic means. We are talking about seeing people breaking people's windows and doing all this. We have seen young people who even want to do this. That is because you are not answering to their needs. And when you are there for the people, and then you want to make you want to make decisions, in fact, that affect them without involving them, you always have that problem, and the problem will keep on reoccurring. So I think one of the things that the Gambia College should do is to give power to its union. Power such that they would have the ability to answer to the needs of the students. And of course, at this very moment, I would want to make it clear to the student body that it is not the admin that we are supposed to see as an enemy. The admin also is answerable to a ministry, and this ministry should be, told on several bases that we have problems, and we want you to come and answer to those problems.
The Gambia College Students Union said they are facing uncountable challenges as an institution, and one of which is their online classes. Meanwhile, the students' body called on their admin, the government, and all relevant stakeholders to come to their aid, as they would not want the students to take the matters in their own hands. Fatou Kamara reporting for the Fatou Network News Review.